Africa Independent Television.
AIT, sharing the African experience.
Beauty, they say, lies in the eyes of the beholder. The beauty you give to your hair makes you stand out in an occasion. Bees Hair will give your hair the perfect touch it so deserves. Bees Hair deals on high quality weave-ons, virgin and raw hair, wigs, attachment, wignet, hair accessories. At Bees Hair, we also render hair services like wigging, breathing, hair fixing, tinting, revamping, briders, and lots more. You can visit us at number 1 Ewoma Street beside Corn Oil Filling Station off Sapele Road, Benin City. You can also reach us on 080-6971-0394, WhatsApp 080-725-11310, Facebook Bees Hair, Instagram BS_hair01. Bees Hair, bringing out the beauty in you.
Stand up on your feet, oh. Say no to defeat, oh. Hey.
Changing lives with YUKI.
The moral value of society is eroding. People don't value the right things anymore.
Push. Invest in your dream.
It's enthusiastic, impactful, and inspiring.
Coming from that background, it kind of gave us a mental reorientation as to what we desire in life.
Changing lives with YUKI on African Independent Television, AIT Benin, every Monday from 6 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. Stay tuned. An American basketball player, Michael Jordan, once said that if you desire to achieve great things, then you must believe in yourself. Well, that is how I'm going to introduce you to another episode of the program Changing Lives with YUKI on African Independent Television, AIT Benin. Well, this is another time for us to get inspired, and also this is the time for you to get more inspiration. Well, I also have with me on the set a very important guest, but before I unveil who this person is, I would just like us to go on a short break. Don't go nowhere. I will be right back. Changing lives with YUKI on African Independent Television, AIT Benin, every Monday from 6 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. Stay tuned. You are welcome back again, and the program you are still on to is Changing Lives with YUKI. Well, like I said before, we have a very important personality with me on the set, and this person is no other than the Edo State Deputy Speaker, Roland ASORO, and today he's going to be sharing with us some of the episodes of his life, which I believe will go a long way to inspire a lot of people out there. You are welcome to the show, sir. Alright, so I would like you to briefly introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you very much once again. My name is Right Honorable Roland Osadebane ASORO, Deputy Speaker, Edo State House of Assembly.
Okay, so the topic we are going to be talking about is the power of the mind. So I want you to tell me, how has your mindset influenced the outcome of your life?
As a young child growing up, I've always believed that I can make an impact in the society that I am, because I have seen so many persons develop in the society starting from nothing.
Okay.
But today they are where one would not imagine them to be in terms of achievement, in terms of adding value to the society. First, I was born to a family of Mr. and Mrs. Solomon ASORO, who live at number 16 Yewari Street off Teddy Secular. That was where I was born.
Okay.
And I attended Igodala Primary School in Benin City there, for where I proceeded to Niger College, Benin City, from Niger College. I went to the non-Abrasalo University. Then it was Edo State University where I got my first degree. After which I went to the University of Benin where I got my master's degree.
The kind of mindset you have can determine whether you be a success or a failure. What do you think people can do to change their mentality or their mindset about themselves and their circumstances?
Believe in yourself and believe in your country.
What if you don't have anything to even look out to? Just
like I said, even when I was not having the initial capital to start trade, as a man, I will go to do menial job where that can earn me some funds. With that, I started selling. Like then, with less than 5 naira, you can buy a basket of tomatoes and sell and make profit. You must not start big. I didn't start big. If someone that have done this selling of fruits, you know the kind of profit that you generate from there. To some persons today, they will say, oh, it is nothing. But I was able to raise some good money. I can remember through the proceeds I made from those fruits and those many things, trade I was doing, I was able to raise 30 naira, which I kept. I was saving it inside the newspaper. And when things were tough, my mom, because I have an uncle then that was working in a bank, so he normally bring newspaper home. So we normally collect those newspapers and store it, save it. Then with time we sell and also make money. So that was where I was saving my money. It got to a stage my mom sold all the newspaper along with my 30 naira that I saved. That to me, that was the end of life. But like because I have the belief that I'm going to make it. There was no time in my life that I have the fear that I was not going to make it. Because I have read about people that have become great men in society. If you look at their beginning, it was nothing. The likes of Iyai, the likes of Igbenedion, Ogbemudia, the way they started, it was nothing. There was a time I was also tapping rubber, and I would go and sell, we'll buy rubber, we'll go and sell in the factory. He used to tell us his story, how he started life. Even late Archbishop Idahosa, he was a child that was thrown away because they thought he would not become anything. But even after his death today, Idahosa is a legend. He's still a living legend. But look at how he started. So those were our motivating factors. Okay. Not these days that youth believe in you must make it by all means, you must make it once. You just start today, within a year you just be big. No, if you start big, I stand corrected. I don't think you can manage if by the time you now really get there, you'll not be able to sustain it. But if you are the type that started small, you see how it grows, you'll be able to manage whatever God has given to you. But in all of this, I still believe in grace. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not the most hard-working person then, but I believe that God's grace is upon me, and my name too, as it goes, Osadeba, and God is with you. Yes. So I always look at that, and in anything I do, I tell people, don't just look at the physical, the spiritual is also there, and which is more important. My life is a testimony of that. Absolute God. God. Yes. So it was God first. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. All right. We are still talking about the power of the mind, and I hope that you have been inspired by what our deputy speaker here has said so far. Well, I also want to just add this: if you merge the power that is in your mind with your imagination, you can either create success or failure, happiness or unhappiness, opportunities or obstacles, because the thoughts you have are responsible for the outcome of your own life. Well, in the meantime, I would like us to quickly go on a short break. Don't go nowhere. We will be right back.
Stand up on your feet, oh. Say no to defeat, oh, hey.
Changing lives with YUKI.
The moral value of society is eroding. People don't value the right things anymore.
Push. Invest in your dream.
It's enthusiastic, impactful, and inspiring.
Coming from that background, it kind of gave us a mental reorientation as to what we desire in life.
Changing lives with YUKI on African Independent Television, AIT Benin, every Monday from 6 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. Stay tuned. You are welcome back again, and if you are just joining us, this is still Changing Lives with YUKI, and I still have right here with me on the set the Edo State Deputy Speaker, and together we are still talking about the power of the mind. Do you believe that you are capable of achieving tremendous accomplishment? Well, just in case you do not know, well, just stick around and keep watching. So I would like you to tell me, was it part of your ambition to go into politics, or was it something that happened out of the blue?
Candidly, I was not having in mind to go into politics, and that was what informed my being into politics is as a result of my passion and desire to help my people. I know every politician will say so, but I'm telling you, frankly speaking, and I'm very precise in this, I intended to be a medical doctor, and in my secondary school I did sciences and came out with good results. As it were then, I wanted to go into medicine at the University of Benin, but that very year the cutoff mark was 240, and I scored 233. I have two good friends today, they are consultants in the medical field. One scored 216 and the other one scored 222. They were admitted to the University of Benin to study medicine.
So why did you all know this?
Yeah, because they have connection, they have their parents were rich, and they were able to have their way. But me that scored 233, I couldn't get admission to read medicine. So one evening I was in my house, I was in the back of my house, very close to the moats, just reading them. I have another brother who was a student from Edo State University then. He was I think he was the president of the student union government then. He came to the house and said, Roland, what are you doing at the back of the, beside the moat? I said, I'm sure that I enjoy reading in that area because of the natural environment. He said, what was your result? I said, I failed. He said, you failed JAMB? I said, yes. He said, what did you score? I said, 233. He said I should bring the result. I gave him my result with my O level then. I had 4 distinction and 4 credits. I made my 8 papers complete. So it was amazing. I said, okay. He took the document to the State University. Before you know it, my name came out in 3 departments. Then I used to score above 80 in biology, chemistry, and agric. So I was not looking for that. Was why I entered agri-economics. And I read agri-economics, and in the process, I did all the elective in medicine, wanted to go into medicine. But as I was progressing, I fell in love with that course. And the zeal, the determination to come out in a good grade also came in. Because I want to be the best in my department. You get it? So those were the driving force that really pushed me towards say, oh, I must finish this course. When I was in 100 level university, you know, then there were always interruption in our academics then, strike and what have you. During one of the holidays, he called me and said, there's a family that needed some good hands to come and be teaching the children. So we call it PP then. He said, since I'm good in science and he is good in art, so we can combine and start teaching those children. That was how we started. That was my first job in life. And we started teaching the 3 kids. That family, in fact, amazing family. They were so nice to us. At the end of the month, they would pay us 1,000 naira. 2 of us we share 500. So I now discovered that those children we were teaching, they were doing very well from where they were before we came in. And after we came in, there was a tremendous change. And the parents were so excited. I said, oh, that means there's this hidden talent in me too of teaching. That was how I started my lecture business. I called some of my friends in the university. We opened a lecture center. We called that lecture center then University Coaching Center, UCC. It was really in Benin. If you mention lecture business in Benin, my name Roland must come in. I'm not exaggerating. Between 1994 till 2010, thereabouts, I was in the lecture business and I was doing very well. That also motivated me to open schools. So in 2002, that was when I opened my first school, Uni Pre-Group of School, nursery, primary, and secondary. Before I also now opened that one, Parents Pride International High School. That was how the success story started. But the point is, politics was not just part of it. Although while I was in university, in my 200 level, I think I was the financial secretary of my department, and when they are also doing student union, I just thought politics is for the bourgeoisie, it's not for commoners like us then. But when I started my business and I was doing well and I have passion to help my people, I was running a microfinance bank and I didn't even know that most of my clients, they were from my local government. There was an association called Orion Farmers, a very big association. They came to register with me, so I was helping them to give them soft loans and what have you. A time came, they said they needed somebody that would be able to help them, to teach them more about farming. And that is my course. I read agroeconomics. I felt, this is an opportunity for me to also contribute what I've studied in school to my people. And I said, okay, I went to University of Benin, I picked two of my friends, I said, we're going to the Orion local government to educate them on modern agricultural practices, a seminar. We started organizing workshop and seminar for the farmers. In the process, there's the aspect of extension that teaches you how to get credits. There's also a part of extension that teaches you how to get inputs from various agencies of government and even World Bank and what have you, which I'm aware of. Surprisingly, the people were not aware of all these facts. So I felt it was important. I really helped them. So that's why I encouraged them to form cooperative societies, and they were now having access to most of these facilities that were just there, hidden and untapped.
So it was true that.
Yes, it was that. Those farmers that now said, why can't you come and contest election? I said, me, I don't have that kind of money to do it. They said they will support me. That was what really brought me into politics. And behold, when I came in, it was amazing. Every community I go to, I must see one or two persons that have benefited from my banking from my microfinance bank. So those were the people that were spreading the good news. And as a starter, I contested the primaries with a lot of stories, which I wouldn't want to bring here. With a lot of stories about God.
So just once. Okay, so I would just like you to tell me a very touching story of your life that will inspire and captivate people's attention.
When I was selling soap, when I was hawking soap in the streets, there was a day I fell into a gutter and I had serious injury. The soap I was selling fell down. I lost everything. Soap, we call it canoe soap there.
Yes, yeah.
So it was mess up. That I felt it was over. My parents too played a very active role. My dad is late now, my mom, they were always praying for me. Even my grandmom, I can remember at times when I go to meet them, I will buy them what they like. My grandma would take my hand and pray, put spits. What have you? I would say I used to rub, and I would not. Today, I have a lot of person I'm also helping. To God be the glory.
Alright. I also like you to, give your advice to leaders who are in a position of power and also aspiring leaders. How can they become better leaders? What's your advice for them?
A good leader should be able to create trust and confidence in his followers so that they will believe in him. If you are unable to create that trust and confidence in them, no, there's nothing you will do that they will believe in you. And always know that power is in the hands of God. And power is transient. It comes today, tomorrow is no longer there. If you have that at the back of your mind, you will want to lead your people right. And also cultivate the habit of making impact in people's life. I say this with all modesty. There were some men in this country in the past that had mansions, building, but they didn't develop people. Today, those mansions, their children have sold all of them. But those that invest in human, I'm where I am today because I went to school.
Lastly, before we call it a wrap on the show, I also want you to your word of advice to youths who are also trying to achieve their dreams, because it seems like these days now most of the youths, they want to get rich quick.
Our norms and value system is already skewed towards outcome, not input. Today, some of the youth believe I want to arrive once without minding the processes that you have to follow. I believe in steady and consistent growth rather than abrupt growth.
But don't you also think that the way the society is right now has also, influenced most of our youths? Because I think that right now it's becoming even harder to even make it, unlike the way it was in the time past.
Just like you interview me today, you are already doing something that when you continue to do this, the sky is your limit. You will definitely make it. Just have that belief. Look at those that are also making it. I don't want to use the word they are using now. What is always the end? People are still studying, people are still doing their various feeds, and they are making it. The person that developed Twitter, Facebook, I don't know human being. Is it true still and all this they made it? Settle down, think, idea rules the world. Come up with beautiful ideas. Do you know that Nigeria, for example in Edo State, we have a lot of potentials that are untapped. If the youth decide to tap into all those things, forgetting the fact that you want to make billions once, no. People still invest in little thing which grows within a short period of time. The multiplier effect, you can't believe it. So I believe that the youth first should be focused, determined, work hard, and be purposeful. And this you can develop the structure and processes yourself and systematically attain each of these processes that you have developed, and you get there. It's not by wanting to make it all one day. It's a gradual process.
All right. Well, like it was said, Rome was not built in one day. So, well, this is how we are going to wrap it up on the program, and I hope that today's episode has opened your eyes to see that you can achieve whatever you set your mind on. All you have to do is to keep working hard and keep believing in yourself. Well, just in case you have a story that you would also want to share, because I believe that there is someone out there who needs to hear your story, the numbers that you can reach us is right there on your TV screen, and we will be glad to hear from you. Well, this is how I'm going to draw the curtain, and don't forget that Changing Lives with YUKI will come your way same time, same station. Stay tuned.
Stand up on your feet, oh. Say no to defeat, oh. Hey.
Changing Lives with YUKI.
The moral value of society is eroding. People don't value the right things anymore.
Push. Invest in your dream.
It's enthusiastic, impactful, and inspiring.
Coming from that background, it kind of gave us a mental reorientation as to what we desire in life.
Changing Lives with YUKI on African Independent Television, AIT Benin, every Monday from 6 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. Stay tuned.
Beauty, they say, lies in the eyes of the beholder. The beauty you give to your hair makes you stand out in an occasion. This hair will give your hair the perfect touch it so deserves. This hair, this on high quality weave-ons, virgin and raw hair, wigs, attachment, wignet, hair accessories. At Bees Hair, we also render hair services like wigging, braiding, hair fixing, tinting, revamping, briders, and lots more. You can visit us at number 1 Ewoma Street beside Corn Oil Filling Station off Sapele Road, Benin City. You can also reach us on 080-6971-0394, WhatsApp 080-725-11310, Facebook Bees Hair, Instagram BS_hair01. Bees Hair, bringing out the beauty in you.
Africa Independent Television.
AIT, their communication, Ogbonge TV, for this country, they make great history. Mama, Papa, oh, AIT now we station. Sister, brother, oh, AIT now we station.
Africa Independent Television.
AIT, sharing the African experience.